For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the Heady Postgame Show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
I am not a fox, and my name is not Todd. But thank you guys for tuning in to the post game show. Sorry it's a little late tonight. I just got home from the game itself too, and what a game it was for the Angels here. And the question is, we have life. And now, guys, I'm not saying that hey, let's turn this around. We're gonna make playoffs and all that stuff. I'm just trying to get in the mind of Artie Moreno. One of the greatest owners on the face of this earth, as we all know. He sees a game like this and he takes the opportunity to go ahead and say, hey, it's a great win tonight. Hey, this team has a shot. Let's go ahead and buy, even though we all know we should sell. Sell, 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 especially after what we saw, or the rumors, if they're true, what the Padres offered just to get Jared Duran from the Red Sox. Because we have this guy, Taylor Ward, up to five a little bit. And we'll take half, literally half of what they asked for. But anyways, it's a great win overall tonight. You have Jose Soriano taking the mound, and again, this guy comes in. He pitches a gem for us overall. 6 innings pitched. What does he have? 4 hits given up, 2 earned runs, 1 walk today. Huge for him overall. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He set the tone early, and what I like to, we're going against the guy who has a hot hand in the Manners and Woo. And the whole game out there for those of us that are there and everything, these guys were talking trash. These Mariners fans, oh look at this guy, man. He had no hit, no. The Yankees. Who do you guys have? You guys are struggling. You guys aren't good. Some Seattle fans are good fun, right? They're good people about it, but they're just saying the blatantly obvious, right? At the same time. However, uh, we get a hit with Zach Neto right away. Sets the tone early. I'm like, huge weight off the shoulders, right? Because at the end of the day, this offense struggles time and time again. But Brian Wu can put your back against the wall, right? The guy had 6 innings pitched, gave up 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. The guy pitched a really good game, kept his team in it at the end of the day. But the Angels, they played like a playoff atmosphere tonight, I believe. I mean, granted, that walk-off hit by Neto, not the prettiest one, but it got the job done. You put the ball in play, like good things happen. We talk about this all the time in the network, right? Don't let the umpire make the call. Put the ball on the ground, and look what happens on this. Um, sorry, Big Hill, his record just got that one. But anyways, yeah, this is a grit type one, right? This is what you're going to be in a playoff if we get there someday, hopefully. And again, yeah, I'm not saying let's go ahead and buy, but if we sell, I mean, again, that Jared Duran trade for Taylor Ward, could we just get Ethan Salas or another player like that? Yeah, I understand. I see a couple comments here. Um, Dylan Cease a rental player. Yeah, I don't want Dylan Cease either. Don't get me wrong, guys. But if you can get a prospect like that and another one, you're going to give up Ethan Salas and another prospect just to get an outfielder. I'm all for it, especially one with control. Let's do it. Um, Todd, I do see a couple comments here. Todd is having some family time. I believe it's the kid's birthday, so taking care of that the past couple days. And of course, we all love Todd and everything and that he does for us, but he needs that little time away right now just to be with his family and celebrate them. But again, let's go through the lineup today and then see what happened. Like I said, Zach Neto led us off. Great game for him overall with the walk-off hit, but he let us off. Huge weight lifts off the shoulders. You go through the Angels itself too. We struggled quite a bit today. 5 hits tonight, not as much as we did the other night. 7 overall. Clutch situations come up. Something's wrong with Mike Trout, guys. We talk about it time and time again. He looks good. Something's wrong with Trout overall. And then you go down and you look at Taylor Ward as well too. Something's wrong with him. All of a sudden, striking out, taking pitches. How many times have you seen Mike Trout beyond this year, not this year, take a fastball and 0-2 count down the middle throughout his career? That has never happened before, but yet it's happening over and over and over again this year. It's a little worrisome overall for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other Angels fans, because we all know as much as we love Mike Trout, and I love him to death. I would like to see him get moved to a team. I think he can do better things somewhere else, a little better coaching, someone to help tweak what we cannot tweak for him, or if we're just afraid to do so. However, since we're not going to do that, most likely keep him. We got to figure out how to help him because 3 strikeouts not going to do it. Plus, situation's not going to do it. I mean, honestly, we were talking about there's people all around us, and Neto's up to bat, right, with that walk-off hit. Why not just pitch around Neto, see if you can get it? I mean, what's the worst going to happen? You trap behind him with the bases loaded. I was there too. I should know that. But let's see, yeah, in that situation there overall in the 10th inning, who would you rather face right there? Yeah, put the bases loaded. Who cares? Who cares? I would have used the bases, put up Trout right there, struck him out again, and you're playing extras, more into extras. But anyways, overall, it's an Angels win. It's a great win. I don't think it does show a little sign of life. However, I would like to be like a Detroit Tigers type team where you trade away your players and you try to recoup. And if you make a run, and it so happens to be that you get hot, you're going to do it without a couple of key players because you sold at the deadline like you should, and it just things just fell into place. But another thing too, that our bullpen tonight was absolutely phenomenal. Once again, bullpen comes out, but it was the right guys. There was no Furman tonight. You go Brock Burke to Reed Detmers, and Zephyr John got himself in a little bit of trouble on that, but worked himself out of it. So here and there, you see these signs of life from this team where, hey, we have it. Hey, this. I do think under different leadership overall in the managerial position, especially at that, too, we're talking a different case right now. We're probably talking about buying instead of selling. However, since we don't have that leadership like we talked about again last night, I think obviously we all know the sell is the right thing to do. It's the best thing. The organization came out today. They're listening to offers overall about all these players. My fear is that our fearless leader goes ahead and says, "Hey, we have what it takes. Buy, buy, buy," because of games like this. Because you turn it around, and Tony C says right here, we're on life support. We need to sell, sell, sell. And I absolutely agree. But we're trying to get in the mind of Artie Moreno. But it was a great game to be at overall tonight. It was exciting. I mean, I don't know if you guys they showed it on TV or for those of you who were there, right field was going nuts. It was amazing to see there. I'm sure there was those the guys in the Angels outfits for the 30th. I'm sure they're still doing that whole thing. I think we have that banner up there. But anyways, it was a great atmosphere. The Halo boys in right field. That's what it was. Those guys had that the whole right field standing up. It was just great. Neto came up to bat. It was loud. It was fun. It was playoff type atmosphere. It was not a sold out crowd, but pretty full for Angel Stadium. Pretty full. I'd say like 85% full. But this organization has what it takes to go to the next level if you buy or pay for guys in the offseason, if you rebuild properly this trade deadline. The fans are here. The fans are hungry. They want to win. They want something to cheer for. They want something to be excited about, like tonight. But again, through the lineup, Neto tonight was 2 for 5 as the walk-off hit led us off and ended it for us tonight. Mike Trout was 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts again. Nolan Chanelwell was 1 for 1 batting third. I do like Nolan Chanel batting third, guys. I do. Even some of these guys where you get some of these hits, excuse me, that he gets, he flies out or pops out, lines out. I'm okay with that because he's putting the ball in play. Sooner or later, it's going to fall in. Stuff's going to drop. You just keep his approach to plate. Joe Adell as well gets a 1 hit, 2 RBIs going. He did strike out one time. I'm not worried about that overall. He does look a lot better at the plate. I really, really hope we keep Joe Adell here for the long run at the end of the day because Trouty's not it. I really hope we do move Taylor Ward, who was also 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts today. there's stuff to build around, but you got to keep some pieces here and there for it. I do think that Joe does that piece in itself. Um, Moncada today was 0 for 3. His approach, he had a walk today, so not bad. He does see the ball very well. However, his approach to the plate just looks off to me, guys. Ever since he's come back the All Star break, something's up. It's almost like the Yohan Moncada we got right out the gate. So I don't know. He needs to revisit whatever success he had uh, in between there, but we need to work with him somewhere. Logan O'Hoppe was 1 for 4 tonight. Has a strikeout. Uh, so we saw him go down. Man, I don't play. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I haven't looked it up, but if you guys know what happened, if you guys can see it out there, it was hard to tell from the stands, but it looked like his foot, looked like his hand, but it was good to see him pop back up and continue out that game. Chris Taylor, 0 for tonight. Wade comes in, gets a base on balls, scores that run, helps us out. And Louis Renjifo plays some good defense tonight, but however, he was again 0 for 4 on it. So let's go ahead and we'll get to our awards tonight. And the Stamos Award. So I'm really torn on this one, guys, because honestly, I wanted to really give it to Jo Adell, but I'm going to have to give it to our boy Zach Neto. That's my kid's favorite player. He stepped up today, played some great defense as always. Comes up first inning, sets the tone, end of the game, not walk off hit. And I don't care what you guys say, how pretty or how ugly it is. It's a walk off hit. It's his first one of his career, let alone on his first bobblehead night. Absolutely great, something special there. He got the crowd pumped up to the very end. That post game that he had, the interview itself was absolutely awesome, getting the fans pumped up, ready to go. I loved it. I love Zach Neto himself as that too, and that is a cornerstone piece. I would really like to see us extend him early before we lose control, if we could. If we could. I know it's wishy-washy on doing that stuff and it's very, very risky, but that's the type of guy I do want to extend early so he doesn't get out there to the evil umpires of the Yankees and or Dodgers who also need shortstops. I know that he's years under control, but still, I think these teams do tamper with these guys and they have a lot of money to spend at that too. And knowing the Angels ownership at that point in time, who knows where we'll be at. But also, we have the Nacho Night Award, and the Nacho Night Award is going to be brought to you by 714 Tickets, you guys. And if you guys didn't get a chance to experience tonight's game, please head to 714 Tickets. Look for tomorrow night. It is fireworks show. It's going to be absolutely great. It's that corduroy hat. Not a fan of it, but if you like that, that's your style. Go ahead and check them out. And the price you see is the price you pay at 714 Tickets. There's no added fees. I'm looking for other games. Sometimes too, I go on all these other apps. By the time you check out, it's like $60 sometimes or $30 plus fees added onto the ticket price. Not for us, but your Nacho Night tonight.
For the worst performance of the night, congratulations. You played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
And the Nacho Night Award tonight, they're gonna have to split that Nacho helmet. It's gonna go to two of our guys. It's gonna go to Mike Trout and Taylor Ward. Both over, both with 3 strikeouts itself, too. Cannot happen. These guys are watching fastballs down the middle. We need that to be hits. We need to make pitchers pay for throwing the ball down the pipe. And if you can't, I need you out of that lineup completely. Taylor Ward, we are trying to trade you. We're trying to up your value. You've been playing great right now. Last couple of games, but now you come out here 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Not going to do it for us, man. We need prospects. We need some guys to rebuild this franchise as a whole, and we're going to use you. We're listening for you. Don't pigeonhole us and play poorly, or even worse, like you did before, get hurt and check it out this trade deadline. I need you to produce a little bit there, Taylor Ward. Need you to be better. But again, we'll make this a pretty quick post game show overall. The other thing too, real quick, I really want to comment on why the hell do the Angels continue to pitch to guys who continuously beat you. I love the win tonight, but god dang it, I felt like it was opening day once again as I have deja vu, but instead of Jose Ramirez, it's Julio Rodriguez. Over and over again in the series, we've pitching to this kid. This kid's burned us now 3 times. Stop pitching to him. Pitch around him. Make him hit. Make him swing and miss at flail pitches. Pitch to blocks in the corners. And I know, yes, guys, you can say we did that yesterday, and he still took the ball to right field. We have to find a different approach to him, though, because what we're doing is not working currently right now. It wasn't until Reed Detmers came in and shoved it on them to put him in his place. But we need to figure out a different strategy with this kid because I don't want to see this guy tomorrow night burn us at all. Period. I don't want him to get 1 home run. Then on Sunday, same thing. His approach with the Angels, he is red hot. He is an Angel killer right now at this point in time. But again, what's our approach to it? Because Jose Ramirez was the same way. We kept pitching to the guy. Granted, yeah, I know you guys can say, hey, once this guy gets on base, he's stealing. Yeah, I understand that, guys. Trust me. But why can't we paint the blocks a little bit? Why we can't go up in the zone, up and in, down and away? Let's go ahead and work the counts. Why are we giving in to him over and over again? Because that home run he hit yesterday, yeah, it was outside a little bit, but I like to see that ball on the in the dirt a little bit. It's a 1-2 count. Who cares? Still got more pitches to work with. But again, he is killing us this series so far, and he looks red hot. He's very comfortable with himself, and once a guy like that settles in, you start seeing more and more confidence radiate off of him, and he's going to make you pay for it. But yeah, 2 home runs tonight for him. And again, we are doing a phenomenal job, knock on wood, with Cal Raleigh. Phenomenal job with him. Where's the game plan for Rodriguez? Because yes, Cal Raleigh, excuse me, can beat you, but um, Rodriguez is beating us right now. What's the answer for that? And I hope to see something a little bit different tomorrow night for Julio and Sunday. But the Angels itself too, Barry Enright, this is on you. Ray Montgomery, I don't have faith in you. So that's why I'm gonna put on Barry Enright and the rest of the coaching staff because these guys need to prepare for something and just kind of leave you there looking pretty, yelling, or whatever you want to do out there as the interim manager for this squad here. But let's go ahead and we'll get to the comments. You know what, guys? I did lose a lot of comments. Hold on 1 second, because I saw a whole bunch earlier. Get this back up again. But yeah, again, overall, guys, it's again today, the Angels, for those just joining, the Angels did announce that they were listening to offers for other players. I do hope they continue to listen to those offers. And if for some odd reason it happens that we make a run, it's going to be without these certain players, and I will be just a-okay with that. Eric says, great win tonight. Got the bobblehead. It's Spritz o'clock. Hold on, guys. Todd has that computer. You guys are gonna hate me. I don't see Spritz o'clock. Don't see it, guys. I am sorry. I am sorry. We're gonna fail the Spritz o'clock. I see something, but I can't tell.
Yeah! I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I did find it, guys. Thank God, and got the Spritz o'clock. Harmon says, "Wow, what a game!" And absolutely, it was. It was electric to be there, man. I haven't been that excited since what 14 when we made playoffs, and even then going back to 2009 and all that stuff. I was there 02, so that stuff as a little kid, and that was electric itself too. Can't compare that to anything else. But I've been to a lot of different playoffs. throughout my years. I did miss like the '04 to 08 seasons and all that stuff because I was in high school and everything. But it was great. It was great to see the big A. The fans are still hungry for it. We want it. We need it. We need to rebuild itself too, and hopefully we do that. We go the right way about this trade deadline and come out successful for the next couple of years. Grillmaster says, "Wait, we won? Yeah, yes, we did. Or JD says hi. What's happening? Sebastian says spritz, and we just did that. You were beat to it just a little bit on that. Grillmaster says, me love you long time. I don't have these guys labeled. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a little inept doing all this stuff. But anyways, next one was Rios, Dan Rios, what's happening? Says Neto and Zach Neto. And you guys tell me. I do think Zach Neto is the future here, along with Nolan Channowell. I really do. I want Logan O'Hoppe. We talked about that last time to be part of it, but if we can just build around these two guys first and keep Joe Odell as well too, not get rid of this guy. I think Neto and Channowell are the top two guys to build around. I am really my biggest fear, guys, is that Neto goes elsewhere because there's a lot of teams who need a really good shortstop. I think he's great defensively. He's great offensively. I also do believe that if we didn't have him at leadoff hitter, he'd actually excel a little bit better offensively for us, for other teams as well too. If he had a little bit more protection, the guy batting behind him, because at this point in time, the guy batting behind him is pretty much a walking strikeout, unless he can draw a walk and see those pitches overall. But it's just not. It's not confident, or I don't feel too confident seeing Trout come to bat anymore. So as much as I love Mike Trout and I respect that guy and everything, I just think we need to help him, and we're not giving him that help that he needs. Um, Grillmaster says Zephyr John took my critique and ran it up my butt. Yes, he did. He looked great tonight, but that's what another thing was Zephyr John, right? He's either dead on or he's dead off. There's no in between with that guy, right? He doesn't keep you in it. He either shuts it down or he blows it. 100% at the time. Gives up one run there, kind of keeps you there, helps you out a couple innings. But tonight he looked great. That fastball was working, the breaking ball. Um, he did set it up a little bit, and it helps complement the fastball. The fastball's down a little bit in the miles per hour because a couple times the last couple outings he's hit over 100. Today he's sitting at 96. It said at the scoreboard. I'm not sure what it said on TV, but just a little bit lower there. JD says, "Ayo." Um, She says hi again. Hi. Tyler M says Neto freaking dog on defense and offense. And I absolutely agree with that. He is. He absolutely is. I think he's one of the best. I don't think he gets a lot of recognition only because of who he plays for. He plays on the Angels. Not many people are tuning into our games anymore, especially with the guy that's up on the five and then Trout not doing well and not having big milestones here and there. I think we get overlooked a lot, and players like him and Nolan Channel aren't taken seriously, let alone even Joe Adell too, because Joe Adell had a strong case to make before the All-Star break to be an All-Star at that. And I just think people look over us until they actually play against us, and then they see these guys excel at that point in time. Brian T Train or B Train, excuse me, says Swaggy Z is that dude. Swaggy Z. I don't get it. Jesus says good wins tonight. It was absolutely a great win tonight. Something we needed as fans overall. Get that bobblehead and everything. And oh yeah, here I have it here. See, got the bobblehead and everything. Can put the camera there, and it's good to see him walk it off too. EQ says, "What up, Rob? What's happening, EQ?" Waiting for the comments, man. Where's Todd? Waiting for it. That's good. What's happening, man? Teamer 20 says, "What's up? What's happening? How you doing?" Thank you guys also too for coming out. It's a late post game, and that's my fault. I thought I'd be home sooner. I thought the game would end sooner too, especially there being no fireworks and everything. So it took me quite a bit to get back here to the South Bay. Cesar Lopez says, "Stop winning games, get to the trade deadline so we can sell. You're just teasing all the fans," and you absolutely are. But again, I am deathly afraid of what Arthur Moreno, what goes on in that mind of his, because what Caesar's saying there, there's some truth behind this, right? You will kind of want to tank a little bit because if you get better here, let's just say and this is hypothetical, and this is honking the Halo honk itself too. So I'm not really saying that overall it's going to happen because I don't want people to say, "Oh, you're just another honk." But I'm going to say the honk a little bit. Let's say you take the series to Seattle. You lost one game. You roll into Texas. You take that series. Not saying sweep, but you take the series. You flip the script a little bit. It's going to give Artie Moreno an opportunity to look at it again in the postseason. Even though I do think still today we should sell. You sell early, sell often to make the best deal overall. Because I do believe once the market gets a little more saturated, or guys start giving better prospects to other teams, and you have the better player to give away, uh, I think it's going to hurt us overall. But I do have the concern of getting rid of Taylor Ward in itself too, and who we're going to replace him with. And I do have that. It's a 50-50. I'm on the fence with him still. But if you got to return like how, like I said earlier, they're going to offer. And yes, I know, guys, Dylan Cease is not the guy. He is a free agent, but something like that. We don't get Dylan Cease on this deal. But if you get Ethan Salas and you get another prospect, another two prospects for Taylor Ward, that's a big victory for us overall. And one of those prospects being an outfielder, be absolutely huge for us. It's something step in the right direction. But like Caesar's saying, don't tease us, giving us false hope. Giving Artie Moreno false hope. In that mind, that guy needs very little hope at all, false hope at that, to make a poor decision. EQ, where's Todd? Todd is some family time. B Train says in our division we have life, but let's see how we fuck up the trade deadline. And that's dude, so that's what I love about you guys. This is what I love about this network. We're all like-minded, right? We all know what's going on here. We all could see the Angels messing this whole thing up and failing to do so. I want to be, and I know guys don't say, "Oh, we're not the Tigers." But that's how I want to be like the Detroit Tigers of last year. Detroit Tigers trade Jack Flaherty because they thought they were out of the race. They thought they weren't going to make the postseason. But they trade him, get some pieces back and all that stuff. But then what happens? They make a run and they get to playoffs. They lose eventually. And Jack Flaherty, not having him and having Scooble only, did hurt them because they needed another pitcher. Flaherty went on to go with the Dodgers, win the World Series, and help them. But he was such a key piece gone. But if we do that and we get rid of our key pieces and we so happen to make playoffs, that's still a great success because look at them now. Not only did they end up with Flaherty back again, but they got to still they held on to all the pieces they got for him from the Dodgers. So I'm okay. That's my aim right now. If I'm the Angels, and I hope this is what Perry and Artie want to do, that's the goal. The goal is to get rid of the pieces, get back what you can, and if you make a run with the guys that you have, then you make a run. It's good. Louis Rengifo has gone. Who cares? Bring up Drury. Taylor Ward's gone. A little bit of a concern there, depending who you get back. I mean, you got to fill left field. It's kind of hard, and I don't think it's Soler's the guy, obviously, and Trout. I don't think he's going back to the outfield or even should until he figures out how to hit. But that's my goal. That would be my goal for the Angels to be the last year's 2024 Detroit Tigers. Um, Grillmaster says we're still sellers, but great win. Absolutely, we are sellers. Jesus says sell, and I trust me, I agree. It's sell. I just put we have life on this because I'm trying to put myself in the mind of Arden Moreno, and that's what I think he's thinking right now until he gets a clearer picture. Grillmaster says, wait, we won an extra innings. Q Lombardi. Walk off extra innings. And what the hell is going on here? We still don't know. The Angels front office still doesn't know, especially after the decision they made today to go ahead and go public that they were listening to offers. Grillmaster says Angels are now 7-4 in extras this year. That's good. Turning the page. Maybe spring training helped out. Ron Washington getting something across, but he's gone. I do kind of wonder where we'd be at today if he was healthy through the whole season and was with us. These little questionable things that we've had with Montgomery. If one or two games difference, maybe could it be more? Who knows? But I do think at least 2 games. Teamer 20 says I like Dylan Cease, but he'd be a rental, so no thanks. I absolutely agree. Yeah, I like Dylan Cease too, but yeah, it's a rental unless you do a sign and trade type deal where he's guaranteeing you sign an extension, which we all know he will not do that. And at this point in time, as much as I want a good ace, until we know what's going to happen in this collective bargaining agreement, I really don't want to sign a older player. And I know he's not that old, but he's in his 30s. Was he 32? I don't want to sign a guy like that, have him for a year, lose an entire year on top of that, and then come back the year after that. And he's already, what, 33, 34? So that's just kind of the Angels' recipe for disaster at that point in time. But if I would like to get an Ethan Salas, I would like to get another prospect. They have a shortstop prospect too. Who's their top shortstop prospect? It's going to come to me. I was just talking about it too. But if we get those guys there, that's a victory for the Angels at that. Jesus says we need to build up our farm system since we have scrappy scouts or crappy scouts. Yeah, I mean, we should fund our scouting system like before. And Todd's absolutely right. So we were number one at years ago under the Disney. We had the best scouting overall. We spent the most money in there. Artie Moreno comes in, cuts it completely, undercuts that. All the things that he cuts hurting us now today because we don't have that department to scout. We're missing these guys where everyone else is hitting on. So there's something to be said about that. Grimace says Brian wasn't saying woo when he left for Seattle. Come on, man. Come on. Speaking of which, so today I'm at the game. Grillmaster, your generation, man. We're all cut from different threads, but there's this guy behind me. I'm with my friends and my family as well too. So there's a whole bunch of little kids there. There's 5 of them, and they're all cheering for Mike Trout. And I don't really correct my kid and all that stuff, cheering for Mike Trout, cheering for the Angels. They don't know, right? They're innocent kids, all that stuff. Go Trout, go Trout, trying to get pumped up. My kid knows everybody on the Angels. Anyways, but my friends, they know Mike Trout, they know Zach Neto, they know the key players, right? Overall, this dude behind us, where the Mike Trout jersey goes says, and I hope this reaches this dude says F Mike Trout right there. Shut the kids down, dude. Our kids felt like this small after that. So I get up, I confront the guy about it and everything. First thing he does is blames his buddy. Grillmaster, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. That generation's soft, man. I just had to throw it out there because I almost got kicked out of Angel Stadium tonight, and I love going to Angel Stadium, but these kids, man, it's soft, 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 soft. It's an Angel game, man. Who cares? End of the day, the kid wants to root for Trout, even though we don't like him. Let the kid root for Trout. All these kids were under 5 years old. But anyways, that was my story for the night there too. Almost beat freaking little 21-year-old because he decided to have a couple of beers too many, thinking that he was a big tough guy until someone a little bit bigger than him stands right in front of his face and he just denies it and blames his buddy. What a great friend to have. That's a Artie Moreno type guy there. Grillmaster says Dylan Cease is traded this year. Damn it, Grillmaster, you got me again on that one. I didn't want to read that. Vague says Tim Salmon sold me more dirt weed. Don Hammond, where's Todd? Todd it is a birthday. He's off with the family. Grillmaster says your son was sure happy. Oh, your son, I'm sure, was happy to see that his favorite player win it. He absolutely was. My son was going nuts. Got in the car ride. He's still going nuts about it. Wanted to open the bobblehead in the middle of the game and everything, too. It was absolutely great. Absolutely great. Grill says, sell at the deadline. Yes, George Kirby. Tomorrow is going to be really hard. Bro always is around the plate and doesn't miss. You put don't miss, man. Come on. You're a Cal State Fulton grad. You better. Grillmaster says, remember when? No, no. Next is Tony C. Or no, sorry. Grillmaster says the Mariners were unable to hit Reed Detmers. Reed Detmers look absolutely great. I do wonder how many teams are going to throw big prospects at us to get Reed Detmers because he absolutely looks lights out right now, and I love it. I really want to keep him. I do not want to get rid of Reed Detmers. I do believe he's that bullpen piece that we've been missing that we actually need, and he's under years of control. So it would not behoove us to move a guy like that, in my opinion, unless the offer is really there and it's something that you cannot deny. But again, sometimes certain guys, when he's producing like that, a prospect is just a prospect. It's hard to flip a prospect for Reed Detmers at that. That's just my 2 cents. Tony C says, we are on life support. We need to sell. Mike Trout needs to get traded to Philly. We can get a few prospects, but it will never happen. And I agree with you 1000% on that one. Tony C with the comment so far of the night for me. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights says, happy Friday, everyone. Eric Ward says, "What a fun game to experience with my kids at the Big A. That Nettle bobblehead is sweet. Go Halos!" It was absolutely great game to experience, especially with your kids and family and friends, whoever you're there with. It was just a great game there. Period tonight, and it's something special, and it makes me miss the old Angels. Makes me miss the success throughout the years that we've seen. So hopefully, we can turn it around. Hopefully, we get a new owner here who actually gives a fuck and gives a damn and wants to win and wants to bring us back to that glory. Because Anaheim's not dead. I don't care what anyone says. You guys can say it till you're blue in the face. It's all about the Dodgers and SoCal, all that stuff. No, there's Angel fans there. Give them a reason to come out. You gave them a reason to come out tonight for bobblehead. They did. They showed up. Gave them a reason to cheer because you stayed in the game. And you won in extras. Give us that every night. That's all we're asking for. Be competitive. You don't have to win every single game. Be competitive, though. That's all we're asking as Angel fans. That's all we really want. Grillmaster still saying sell, sell, sell. Tony C says RD is too cheap to do anything. Keep the Angels fans hope. Yeah, he is, man. He's gonna keep us very hopeless at this point in time. Grill says trade Taylor Ward. Ward sucks at home. Grill, come on, dude. You're about to get muted. Tyler M says Neto's a great player for kids to look up to. He has grit and loves the game. Halos need more of that, and he absolutely is. And we went to that signing at one of our sponsors, OC Dugout, and it was absolutely great. Neto himself, he was amazing. It's my son, absolutely amazing. Signing autographs, smiling, interacting with him. Obviously, yeah, I know we all paid to go get it done, but he doesn't have to do the little things. Doesn't have to say "What's up, bud?" And when my son left, he goes, "Bye, Mr. Zach Neto," and he goes, "Bye, buddy. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you again tonight, hopefully." I mean, that's the little interactions. We've been places where my kid gets autographs, guys just signs it, doesn't say a word, zero at all. It's spring training, and they were Angels in the farm system at that too. It doesn't take much, but this kid's something special. He's the type of guy that you want to, like you said, you want your kids to look up to tonight, or look up to as a baseball player overall. He does the right things. So I agree with you, Tyler M. No 7448. I am so glad Neto got rid of the two swings and focused on the one. I am too. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I actually forgot about that. And that's a great point there because I didn't like that when he first came up, having the short step and the big step, or the big step, excuse me, and then shorten up that step for two strikes to make contact. Because at this point in time, I'd rather have that short step every single swing like he did. He worked on that, and that's an absolutely great point there. EQ says you going tomorrow. I might be there tomorrow, man. It's happy wife, happy life. Gotta get permission on that, but my kid really wants to go. Both my boys. I don't know if my little one really knows, but he has a good time. He smiles the whole time. Grillmaster says Kenley should have pitched the 10th, but credit to where it's due. Jefferson did his job. You got to get there. Our bullpen hasn't been so reliable lately, so I do agree with putting him in the 9th because if you blow that right there, obviously you lose. You're not going to 10th inning, so you have to get there. So I'm not against that overall. Having him come in. Gonna need Jeopardy music for a long route taking for these sound effects. You are, guys. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm doing this on a phone and on an iPad. Again, I don't know if you guys have never seen Todd setup, but Todd has a sick setup, man. Has a lot invested into this too. And I mean, we are for the fans, by the fans. You're gonna catch us there at games. We're not getting paid to do this. Everything that we do make a profit from goes right back to you guys, whether it's via tickets, via merchandise and all that stuff, or back to the community itself. So Todd has this huge setup. It's pretty freaking cool. He can tap the computers and see it all. Mine is kind of small and it's not labeled. I didn't label it. That's my bad. So Todd's a little more organized on that sense. Harmon says Rob is 100 tonight. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's a good thing. I'm not sure. Rio says, oh man, Rios, I am so sorry, man. You guys should just ban me. Tell Todd to vote me out. was a Stukas night, and we had the Seattle Mariners and their fans at the very end saying,
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
you know what happened? I was just had to do that. Sorry about that, Dan Rios. Thank you for reminding me. I did forget Stukas on that, and that's my bad. DFA me. Surprised Grillmaster not saying that already. Strange 26 says, was at the game in section 105, and the Mariners where Rosarino was interacting with the crowd. Ward was being a total dick. What a great win for the Halos. You know what? If he's a dick, F it. Trade him. You know what? Trade him. I don't care. I'll bring up Kyron Paris and Matthew Lugo and go through Nelson Rada one by one. If you're a dick, and to the Angel fans who show up for you and you're not winning game in and game out, you're not really contending, they're announcing that they're done and they want to move on and call it a wrap in the 2025 season, but yet people still show up. Interact, man. It's not hard. It takes zero effort to not be a dick. Zero. But yeah, screw that guy then. Grillmaster says, what was Rosarina saying to the crowd? Strange. Did he flip you off like Jesse Winkler? I don't think Rosarina is that type of guy. Eric Ward says, I think Neto is the most important draft choice the Angels have made since Trout. Dude is a gamer and a leader. He is. And you guys tell me, I do think we should go out and sign him. Big, long-term deal. Pay him that $20 to $30 million instead of having him under the year of control, the last 2 years of control. Let's make up that difference overall and make him want to stay here before he finds greener pastures. But Strange 26 says, no bird, but he threw me a ball I caught, so I ain't gonna hate. And yeah, I mean, how do you hate on that overall? Even Julio Rodriguez smiling at fans for the game. I was on the first base side. Excuse me. And he's there signing for Seattle fans, Angel fans. He didn't care. He was just loving it, enjoying the moment, all this stuff. We shouldn't have pitched to him, but he was just enjoying the moment. Vague His record says Tim Salmon says sell. And absolutely sell, sell, sell. Dan, I am sorry. I did forget Stukas, Dan. I got it back there. I apologize. I'm talking back and forth by Rosarina. Angels were once 5-0 in extras. Reference, we have more extra inning games this year. EQ says, don't worry, Rob. About it, Rob. They are everywhere. Adrian Guerrero, excuse me, says the Padres are backup team as an Angels fan. I'm not bitter Angels fan. Where anybody who's playing the Dodgers is my backup team. Anybody playing the Dodgers is my backup team. Anybody. I don't care who it is. I'm rooting for them. 1000%. And I have some problems with Padre fans, man. I don't know if it's just me, but we're all down there with Todd. James was down there, and dude, there were dicks there too. I mean, I'm not a big fan of when people talk trash to little kids, period. Let alone when you talk trash to my kid, you better face the music. You're going to face the music overall. But when we're walking out, some Padres fans were trying to talk trash to my kid because he was all excited because Taylor Ward hit the grand slam and all that stuff, won the game. And after I go, you're not ringing your bell anymore. But, anyways, words were exchanged overall there. But they AJ, I really want them to be a backup team, but they were fucking dicks, those guys. Anyways, Grandma says, yes, I am a Cal State Fulton grad. Then act like it and spell correctly. We need a DFA Rob for taking forever Stukas. Yeah, you probably should. You really probably should. Manners fans are in Cal Raleigh experienced emotional damage on this night. You know what, Cal Raleigh? I mean, guy's good, obviously, right? Numbers speak for themselves, but Angels have had their number, but the scouting reports seem to hit with him. But I want that same scouting report to also hit with Julio Rodriguez. But all right, I think I'm all caught up there. Sorry. But again, the Angels take the victory here tonight, and it is absolutely great victory at that too. Hopefully, again, it's not the false hope. Hopefully, we do the right thing here and sell, baby, sell, because we need to rebuild this franchise. We have what it takes. We are so close. I do believe that, and I will keep saying that to everybody. We are very close. If we can keep a couple key pieces here, get guys to resign. The hard part for me is going to get rid of Kenley Jansen. That's the tough part overall for me. And then what we're going to do to replace our outfield. But if at the trade deadline you make the right moves, and you see what you saw tonight, guys competing, guys are hungry. We might just be okay. We will. We're starting pitcher away. I still think a lot of pitching is our issue overall. And I will say that Tom Blue in the face tonight. You can say offensively, but look what happened. When the pitching comes in and shuts it down, you win ball games. End of the day. But Strange 26 said I was hoping they would have Quijada pitch an inning. Guy brings the energy. He does. He's very emphatic pitcher. We have a pretty good graphic if he ever blows it. But anyways, yeah, Quijada, he is very fun to watch pitching for me. Sometimes he doesn't mix it up enough. He leaves that ball up. He's controls all over the place, and it's hard for him to buckle down. And it's time and time again when you're blowing saves for the last couple of years, you just scar us as fans. And I'm not really excited usually to see him come in, but he does bring that energy a little bit there too. So I can see what you guys are saying. Absolutely on that too. But again, Angels take the victory. Zach Neto, what a night, one hell of a night for Zach Neto. Really happy for him overall, and that is, I believe, our new captain, or should be our new captain, our new leader for this team, and a great guy to look up to. But the Angels wrap it up right now. The series is tied. We do have 2 more games. Again, like I said, tomorrow night is a great night to go out there. Let's see what the Angels do, and hopefully it can bring us another victory and stay strong overall. But sell, baby, sell as we head out with this.